An old friend with a familiar name to Honda fans returns in 2019 as an all-new SUV with even more capability, more tech, more safety, more connectivity. And we're going to talk about it next on the 0 to 60 podcast.
LeithCars.com 0 to 60 with automotive journalist and radio host Mark Arsen.
Why not invite your pals over and give them something to really talk about? Introducing the four-wheel drive Passport from Honda.
Good is with me at Leith Honda, Capitol Boulevard in Raleigh, just north of I-540. What are we sitting in here?
The new 2019 Honda Passport. It's new to the market. Honda had these out many, many years ago, almost 20 years ago. We brought them back. There's a lot of excitement about these vehicles.
Yeah, Porter, I'm glad you touched on that. That was actually a joint venture at the time between Honda and Isuzu.
So we haven't had them since.
And they were very popular vehicles with off-road and folks that get out there in the outdoors and camping and so forth.
What you had there with the original one was you had a nice mid-size SUV, gave you plenty of cargo space, plenty of horsepower, plenty of get up and go. So what you have now here is, again, a mid-size SUV with a V6 engine. You got 280 horsepower with the 9-speed automatic transmission. You got paddle shifters, and you got a ton of cargo space. Now, the great thing here is, a lot of people want that bigger, SUV, midsize, but they don't need a third row. So here you have a 5-passenger vehicle, and you want all your golf clubs back there, you want all your kids' stuff, camping equipment, you name it. There's plenty of space for this.
And Porter, speaking to the off-road capabilities of this all-new Passport, things like ground clearance, how does it compare to, say, a CR-V or the Honda Pilot?
Well, what you got there, one of the things they've done with the Passport is the shocks and the tires. You have a little bit higher ground clearance than you would with a Pilot, and, of course, more than a CR-V. So that gives you, Honda's really saying this is something that you could take off-road, especially when you have the all-wheel drive system. You'd be able to get over some rocks, you'd be able to go into the back country. They're not talking about going up, a massive mountain, but, most cars, most trucks aren't going to do that in the first place.
Like maybe not do any boulder crawling, right?
Right, yeah, you're not going to be doing that. Most vehicles you're going to see in TV commercials, they still need all sorts of modifications.
So, Porter, I guess really when it comes down to it, the new Honda Passport is sort of like having the capability of a Ridgeline, but without the pickup bed in the back, right?
Yeah, correct. Since everything is going to be enclosed, you do have plenty of that cargo space to do everything you want. And just like with the Ridgeline, you're not skimping on features or comfort. You'll have everything you need in here. Like seat heaters, you can get the navigation, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. You have the sensing package with the lane keeping assist and collision mitigation. So many other features that people want for around town. But they also like when they're going off-road. They're going camping. They're going on a trip.
I know Leith Honda is great at doing this. Honda offers factory accessories. The dealership here can load up and you can accessorize this thing, get your cargo tray, the bike rack.
You can even get a tent that goes around the back. Splash guards, body side molding. You can have put a tow hitch on here, and with an all-wheel drive, you can tow up to 5,000 pounds, which is more than enough for most people's boats. There's so many little bells and whistles. You have remote start on these, standard. We're not going to charge you extra for it.
Ah, nice.
Okay. And the higher trims like this one, you have memory seats. Both folks, they can have their own key, and the seat goes exactly to where they want to be when they're driving.
And this Elite trim is, I don't know, it's just nice, supple, solid feeling leather.
Well, one of the great things about the Honda leather is it is real leather. It is not synthetic leather.
It's not pleather.
It's not pleather. Basically, you might see it in like old pickup trucks where it's like plastic. That's what synthetic leather is. It's just nicer plastic. And so Honda uses a real leather, and the type of leather they use makes it so it lasts a lot longer. You don't see the cracking that you used to see in leathers, okay? And so you're not going to, obviously you still want to take care of it, but it'll last and it'll be very comfortable. It's not going to wear out.
Porter, once again, thank you so much for giving us a little summary. We're excited for Honda, and I know you guys are too.
You know, they're so new that not many people know a whole lot about them. They maybe have seen a few pictures, but I think it's going to be a really, really big thing for Honda and for Leith Honda.
Awesome. Thank you, Porter.
You're quite welcome. Thank you.
To learn more about Honda's latest SUV, Passport, keep an eye on LeithHonda.com. And as always, LeithCars.com, and follow us on social.
0 to 60 is a production of LeithCars.com. Like us on Facebook @LeithCars.
The copyright in this podcast and its contents belongs to Leith Incorporated.